Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Price. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
To throw is Price on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Second and 11 now. From the gun, Price. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Price. It's Kelsey on the ground. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw. Price. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Bradley. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now Younghoe Koo, who of course used to kick for the Chargers, on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And last week he had another touchdown to his total. He continues to be the #1 scorer in the league in terms of rushing touchdowns. And what more can you do to help your team than find the end zone?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Back to throw. Price. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in the red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Price. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amber Thomas. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception #1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On the counter, it's Taylor. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Price. And that is incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end.
2nd down at 7.
They're going to look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Price. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Price throwing on first down. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Price now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Second down, another run with Taylor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Price looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Price. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. To throw. Price. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Chargers ready to take over.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
What's the deal, y'all?
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. More from L.A. in a moment. Second down and 3. Back to throw. For the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's Price on 1st and 10. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Price to the right side, complete to Taylor. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Price on 3rd and 2. That one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. Caught by Jones. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Price. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones.
More from L.A. in a moment.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return.
More from L.A. in a moment.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw is Price. Throwing on 1st down. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Price on 3rd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up.
More from L.A. in a moment. Six yards left on 2nd down.
He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4th down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll keep it on the ground. Levine. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Price. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Price.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Chiefs on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third down and 12.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A gain of 6 there on first. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Back to throw. Price. And he's got his man on the out route. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Price now from the gun on third down. The left side completion to Jones.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
From the gun, Price. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
And the Chargers are right back in this football game. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, Levine. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. On second down now, Levine. And he'll take this one down to the 36. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. If they get nothing else here on third down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. They'll set up a throw.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
On second down, Levine. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Looking to throw. Price. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Ambry Thomas.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. On second down now, Levine. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Levine.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
The kick by McManus is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Pass complete to Harris.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on first. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Here's Price looking to throw on second down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they will take the lead here at 12-9. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting